Welcome back to ADV HQ, guys. On this ride, it's a bit of an exploring ride. I had a map and I have got my GPS, and we're going all right, following the maps for the beginning. We kind of knew that there was a hill coming up pretty much straight away, so on this little trip it's Stigler on his FE350, Scott on his KTM300, and I'm on my Xtrainer. Just negating this first hill. Sort of took me a bit by surprise with how ruddy it was, and it was pretty steep there with that first little instep, but managed to crawl my way through, just kept momentum and, shuffling my lines, managed to get up. Poor Scott there, you can see he's a bit crossed up just at the top of that first instep, and he sort of just repositions himself, realigns himself, and then manages to get grip and crawl up without any other issues. So first little hill out of the way there, and nice feeling for him to see himself get towards the top there. Woohoo! Stigler, he thought that looked a bit too easy, so he went the hard option upwards. Must have thought there might have been a bit better grip on those rocks there than in that rut, but ended up coming down and crawling through the rut on his second attempt. Dirt's running fairly high pressures, and finding grip a little bit harder to come by, especially on this shaly rock just spinning around. So after a couple little restarts, he found his groove and he cruised on up just like the rest of us. Another little rutted section. Once again with the mooses on my bike, just finding grips pretty easy. And again, Stigler just running those tyre pressures, just running out of steam. The 4-stroke too, just stalls that little bit quicker than the 2-stroke, I think. Right, nice to find a little flowy section. What I'll do is we'll be doing a quick voiceover at the beginning of this ride, let you guys know a little bit about it, and then my audio, it becomes ruined, after the second next big hill. So I'm going to just play highlights to some music through that section. Towards the end, Scott takes the other camera, and it's nice to hear his 2-stroke, so probably put a bit of that towards the end. But I hope you enjoy this one. We've got a couple of hills coming up, or a big hill that I found challenging. I think Stigler did as well. And then highlights of free-flowing singles. We have another big rocky hill. That hill was like one I was a bit nervous of, and pretty happy I managed to get to the top, even though I did take an easy route to the top there. Still up is up, as they say. So I don't know, haven't even put this video together yet, just on the voiceover at the beginning, but I'm guessing it might be around that 15-20 minute mark. So hope you guys enjoy. Oh, this bit's funny. We go up, turn left up a nice little creek here, little creek bed, and Stigler's like, oh, where'd they go? Well, we went to the left, mate. And I don't mind these little creek beds early on in a ride when your arms are still feeling reasonably good and all the rest. Little bit of an instep there. Stigler's like, oh, they must have gone this way. Looks easier. Nah, mate. Anyway, I didn't have too much issues there. Just managing to work out the revs and keep traction without whiskey throttling, I guess. And I'll pull up to see how Stiggs is going, but he's just not there. So he went on a little bit of a mission here following this track, and it sort of somewhat took him all the way back towards you'll see the cars if you look carefully enough in the next little clip here. Just at the top there, you can see some cars. So he ventured back a fair way, and I think I walked back most of that way to find him. Anyway, we've noticed each other, and I'm putting him back on the right course. And sure enough, he's in the gully, having a crack at that little section as well. Just finding grip and keeping the engine running seems to be a bit harder on his 4-stroke there. little bit of assistance, and he was up and through, no dramas. It was nice to, you know, after a couple of obstacles, it's nice to get a bit of a free-flowing run. But in this sort of terrain where it's really quite hilly and not ridden a whole lot, I guess, certainly not maintained by easy riders anyway. So the people who usually ride out here are more your intermediate or higher level riders. But we thought we'd give it a go at our own pace, knowing that it is a bit of a step up for us, a bit more unforgiving terrain. As you'll see here, this hill sort of took me by surprise. I think I was in like third gear at this point, cruising along, and about now I probably went, oh right, probably too high gear, probably knocked it back to second. Scott's cruising along up in front, then I knock it down here, and you'll see just about now there's a line off to the right. Looked a bit easier. I noticed it and sort of played on my mind as I was coming up to this more gnarly section. Probably, I don't know if I'm in second or first here. Stigler's cruising up, he's got no problems until about now. Probably saw me stuck and that did it in for him as well. And then this little step up here, I just didn't have enough momentum and rolling back down. See you, Jace. Took me a little bit actually, nearly got up, down I went. So it's pretty loose. I couldn't even properly get good grip on the boots. Down I go again. I think this is where Scott just gave me a bit of a nudge from behind. Got myself up over that little step and was no dramas from there. Say no dramas, but still a bit of a workout. Camera never does it justice. Always a bit steeper in real life and a bit more rutted out and bigger rocks. So up I go, and then Stigler he went back down and had another go from the right there. So looked a lot smoother over on that side in the right, but don't know if the grip looks a bit more slippery perhaps. So still steep and running those high tyre pressures, as I said. You know, he was spinning his a fair way of the way, so yeah, he was finding this hill a bit of a challenge, just like me. Cruising there though, but once you lose momentum, it's hard to get going again on this loose stuff. Here's Scott just redoing the hill up the other line just to prove, you know, he's a little bit more awesome. The little mono there, little wheelie. And yeah, this bit, if you can listen in, the audio is not as good, but you can still hear a little bit of comedy, I think, in this bit.
Hey. I just realised what they did was went up and then they went back on here. We didn't need to do that hill. Because we're meant at the bottom of that hill was a track to the, well, it was on our right, now it's going to be on our left. Yeah, they just do this hill and then they head back.
The people who regularly ride it, the map we're following, they just do this hill for the fun of it, turn around and then head back and go and do the rest of the loop. So at least, you know, I guess we've done that now. Would I do it again next time? Probably will. Because, you know, now that I've had a bit of a crack at that hill, I want to actually get up it. And probably on this line as well. So looking forward to heading back and seeing how we go. And this is about where we get onto the new loop. So from here we'll chuck some music on and enjoy the rest of the ride.
longer than I expected.
It just kept
going and going.
didn't it? Yeah.